Hey.
Congratulations to this Everton squad. Barry Horn, first of all, you've got the base of the cup with you here.
Yeah, I got the short straw, yeah.
Magnificent second half.
Yeah, it was a much better second half performance. Backs the wall a little bit in the first half, but we defended well. The back four, Neville did magnificently again, and we just managed to hold on.
Gary Ablett rings a bell, right? Sadly, he met an untimely fate. From humble beginnings to holding up the FA Cup, he was one of the highest performing players of his generation. But what happened to him? Gary Ablett, back in 1982, an unpolished talent with huge dreams. He joined Liverpool as an apprentice. By 1986, he would make his debut on the legendary Anfield turf. Can one even imagine what that would feel like for a young guy carrying all those expectations? Well, Ablett didn't cope, he shone. Over the next 9 years, he proved to be a cornerstone of Liverpool's defence because he could adapt and stand firm. But what were the defining moments of his time at Liverpool? Ablett's performances undoubtedly helped Liverpool win 2 league championships in 1988 and 1990. The defender also became a part of the team that won the FA Cup against Everton in 1989, in a game still talked about at present. Think about the ferocity that Derby final had, the crowd's roars, Wembley's energy. That was huge, with Ablett right in the middle. What were some of the challenges that he faced during such high-stakes games? How did he maintain his nerves? Then, in January 1992, Ablett did something no one might have predicted. He crossed the city to join Everton. The rivalry between Liverpool and Everton is intense, nearly tribal. How did Ablett handle the switch? What ran in his mind while trading Liverpool's red for Everton's blue? It had to be a mix of excitement and nervy energy. However, he confronted it with all the class that so characteristically adorned his playing career. Did he suffer any backlash from fans at all? And how did he win over the Everton faithful? At Everton, although Ablett played, he was good at that. He made 156 appearances, winning the FA Cup in 1995, and is one of the very few players to have won the trophy with both Merseyside clubs. Countable for many players, it's very unique, which really cemented his legacy within football history. What were some of his standout performances during his time at Everton? How did he fit into their overall success? Ablett's career did not stop there. Each move added another chapter to his tale. He finally emigrated to the United States and retired, playing for Long Island Rough Riders in 2001. But even when his time on the park finally ended, his love for the game never did. What has kept him going even in the twilight of his career? He then went into coaching, with jobs at Everton's Youth Academy, before going on to become Liverpool's reserve team manager. He did quite well with Liverpool's reserves, securing the Premier Reserve League North title under his management. In 2009, he took on his first senior management position with Stockport County, which was certainly not easy given the state of the club's finances at that particular time. No matter the challenges, though, Ablett's passion for football never wavered. What were some of the things he taught young players? How did he cope with management pressures? Now, as you are about to have the depressing part of this story, remember to like and subscribe for more great football icon stories. Another turn in Ablett's life came when he was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, one of the dreaded blood cancers. The news hit him hard. It did to his family and the football fraternity in general. Where do you start with news that changes your life like that? The fatality rate alone for lymphoma is quite unsettling. Gary knew his fate was sealed, but he held on with a smile. Would he go on to survive this battle with cancer? The brave heart with which Ablett was in, fighting the illness, mirrored only the spirit he showed on the pitch. His tumours were really aggressive, but still, he remained a picture of hope. It's pretty hard to keep a smile on your face as cancer sucks out your spirit and will to keep on going. But Ablett still chugged on an empty tank. He showed up for Everton's end-of-season awards dinner in May 2011 and also led the club's cancer awareness campaign in September. Basically, his bravery was marvellous. Still, what kept him going at those times? How did his football family rally around him? Very sadly, Gary Ablett died on New Year's Day 2012. Aged 46. The news sent shockwaves through the football world. The former FA Cup champion was called back by Father Time, leaving a void in the hearts of family members and football fans alike. It might be best summed up as Michael Owen paid tribute on Twitter. So sad to hear the news that Gary Ablett has passed away today, aged 46. He played for some great clubs and had a career to be proud of. R.I.P. This regard in which Ablett was held was underlined by the precautions taken at his funeral. This was held at the Liverpool Anglican Cathedral, where hundreds of football legends turned up. It opened with the Liverpool anthem "You'll Never Walk Alone," and it closed with the theme from Z-Cars, Everton's matchday tune. But what was the tempo at the funeral? The hearse arrived loaded with floral tributes, including one red and white wreath spelling out the word Dad. More than 1,000 people came, many of whom were wearing scarves from Liverpool and Everton, a quite touching tribute for a man who united that fierce Merseyside divide. Messages included the ones from his family, especially one telling him, "I'm going to miss you and that smile so much. All my love, your little princess, Scarlett XCX." Gary Ablett's career was marked by hard work and quiet excellence. He would make over 420 appearances for Liverpool, Everton, and Birmingham City. His only goal for Liverpool on his first Anfield start was against Nottingham Forest. One of his teammates during the semi-final at Hillsborough against Forest the following season, he continued to give his all for the club. How did those experiences shape him as a player and person? Ablett's big move was to Everton in 1992. He proved pivotal under Joe Royle for Everton when they won the FA Cup in 1995 against Manchester United. He moved on to Birmingham City for $400,000 and would make over 100 appearances for them, becoming a fan favourite. What did he do that delighted every club? Ablett went on to take a coaching role at his former Everton, which saw him advise young players and prodigies with the same level of professionalism he applied when active. This paid off with the 2008 Premier Reserve League North title win for Liverpool's reserves at Stockport County, despite the fact that the club faced financial turmoil in the same year and later got relegated. Ablett decided to stick with it. What were some of the dazzles of his coaching career? The battle with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma became a challenge to Ablett. Never was he downhearted at such a serious diagnosis. In support of Everton's Blue September Cancer Awareness campaign, Ablett recalled his diagnosis and the shock it had caused. "Jacqueline took one look at me and took me straight to the doctors," he said. "The next day they whisked me off to Ipswich Hospital, and the sister asked us if we knew why we were there. We said, for tests, but she told us that they had found a really aggressive lymphoma, and that without immediate treatment I'd be in serious trouble. From diagnosis to that first session of chemotherapy was less than 3 days, so it was a massive shock. How does one go about surviving such a fast and life-changing diagnosis? What kept him strong during treatment? His legacy extends beyond the pitch to the training ground, definitely. There was a minute's applause before Birmingham City's 1-1 championship draw at Peterborough. The Ipswich players wore black armbands during their 3-1 home defeat by Nottingham Forest. These gestures put in respect altercation that befits a man who gave so much to the game and gets others inspired. These gestures kept alive the memory of his existence. However, Gary Ablett was far more than just a footballer and inspiration, a mentor. His life story is one of struggle, patience, and cool-headedness. As we remember Gary Ablett, what comes to our mind is the figure of a man standing against almost every challenge through extraordinary strength of mind and will that has left behind heart-touching impressions in the fancy world of football. His story shall live on to inspire future generations that one man can make a difference in this beautiful game. How should he be remembered by future players and fans? What have we learned from him, his life, and his career? Consider the life of Gary Ablett, the journey of a man who gave everything on the pitch, inspiring so many players while fighting his greatest personal battle with courage. His legacy lives, and his story shall be told to generations. That's it for this one. If you're a fan of footy legends, check out our video on Ray Wilkins. It's worth the watch.